Hey everyone, we're here in Saguaro National Park, home of the giant saguaro. Hopefully we can find all the answers to the questions that you were looking for, and we can get those back to you. Talk to you later. All right, so Katie was wondering, how tall do these saguaro cactus get?
Well, Katie, it depends on where they are. If they get a lot of rain, they're going to be taller. If they get a little bit of rain, they're going to take a little bit longer to get there. But they can grow up to about 50 feet.
All right, and Keegan was wondering, how fast do these cacti grow and how much do they weigh?
Hey, Keegan, those are two great questions. So the growth of the cactus or the cacti is pretty interesting because they take forever to grow. They grow maybe depending on the rains. If we get a lot of rain, and we get rain here twice a year, but if we get the two good rains, they'll grow maybe a quarter inch every 5 years. And so it depends. It's not constant and it doesn't grow that fast. Sometimes it slows down. So it can take up to 50 years for them to grow about 50 feet tall. And as much as they weigh is also dependent on how much rain they get. During the dry season, they'll weigh maybe about a half a ton. But during the wet season, when it's raining, during the summer primarily, you're going to get them to weigh upwards of a ton and a half, depending on how tall they are.
Saguaro National Park was a great stop for us to get the answer to those questions and to see the saguaro cacti. They're even more impressive in person, and to be honest, I thought of them as trees with living bark. Unlike the Roadrunner cartoon, these cacti rarely resemble a person and were as diverse as any tree. They even leave behind wooden remains after they die. While the saguaro was pretty cool to see, I think what really impressed us was the Sonoran Desert. It wasn't that barren landscape of sand that we'd envisioned. Rather, it was full of vegetation. In particular, I liked the Palo Verde tree. It had this green photosynthetic bark that was more productive than its leaves. And in addition, it acted as a nurse tree to support young saguaro, and then eventually died off, leaving the cacti to grow unhindered. These plants here, they had varying adaptations that were great examples for our students, and much different from the plant adaptations where we live. Cacti of all shapes and sizes, agave trees and shrubs were everywhere. This stop on our road trip only sparked our interest in the desert, and we wish we had more time in this area. I mean, we'll eventually travel to the Mojave Desert, and we're excited to see how similar and different this region is. Regardless, I'm sure it'll be full of more science surprises.